Hello everyone. A couple of people on that looked at some of my videos have asked to do one on what I've done to the Africa Twin. A lot of traffic here today. It's the weekend. I usually ride during the week. But anyway, I'll go through what I've done to the bike so far, and then give you a little idea for your stuff. I've got to say, this bike for me is a touring bike. I had another Africa Twin that I thought I was going to be all off-roady, and that didn't happen. My off-road bike is a Honda Trail 125, if that gives you an idea of my off-road skill. So this one, I may get 80/20 tires for it, if I can find ones that have long longevity and are good on the road. But for now, I mean, it's mostly a touring bike. So with that, let me show you what I've done. So we'll kind of go from the front. I've got the Denali D3 fog lights that I put on, SW Motec crash bars, the lower and the upper piece. They come in you can buy the lowers and then the uppers. Then I've got an SW Motec tank bag. That's one of the tank bags that hooks on with a ring around the fuel filler, so it's no straps tying it down anywhere. It's a pretty clean setup. Then I've got the Corbin seat, and I got the Africa Twin comes in the stock seat has a low and a high position, so when you order a Corbin seat, you tell them whether you want the one that represents the low position or the high position. I got the low position, so I can flat foot. It really helps me flat foot. I am maybe a little scrunched up on the pegs. I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable though. That doesn't bother me. Then I got the SW Motec. It's DUSC. Deuce. I don't know how you pronounce it, but they're hard luggage, but they are not the metal ones. I'm trying to keep the weight down on this bike, and one nice thing about SW Motec is everything you buy, the crash bars, the bags, every little thing tells you how much it weighs, so you can keep track of everything. And on the bags alone, compared to the metal ones that they sell, I'm saving at least 10 pounds. So every little bit helps on a big heavy motorcycle like this. I also got the tail trunk, and you can see that my bags, my side bags, you can see the right one is actually smaller than the left one because of the exhaust, but that does make them exactly the same width on the bike, so that helps there. Let's see, anything else? I upgraded finally. I had a Garmin Zumu 396, and I've upgraded to the new one. I think it's the X2. And unfortunately, I'm waiting on a I've got it hooked up with the regular setup that comes with it. I have a Touratech locking mount that the GPS will lock into, but I'm waiting for a back-ordered piece that goes, it bolts onto where the handlebars bolt on, and it has a little bar on it, and I'll be able to mount the Touratech one, so this GPS should be down a little lower, I hope, be a better position. They did make one that puts it up above here, but the problem is the setup's pretty flimsy, and they even give you some zip ties to put on here to kind of strengthen it, but I thought with the locking mount especially, it's kind of big, it's going to be too much weight, so I decided to just hang tight and wait for that. I don't know how long it's going to take for it to get in. I also got a National Cycle windscreen, quite a bit bigger. They come in 3 sizes. This is the medium size, and it's kind of funny. The small one comes in a dark tint, the medium one comes in a light tint, and the large one comes in clear. So I'm getting used to it because in the low position, it's right at that odd angle where I'm looking above it, but at the same time, you know, if I'm slouching down at all, I'm looking through it. So it's kind of annoying in that way, but I am getting, the more I ride the bike, I'm getting used to it. But it's quite a bit wider than any other windscreen I've seen. So that helps quite a bit. And it's I think it's 2 inches higher than the stock, and I almost wish I could bring it down 2 inches. That would be right for me, because of course the windshield is adjustable, so that helps. So what am I not doing? So for now, I'm keeping the stock skid plate that's on there. That's fine for obviously road use and even light, you know, dirt roads or whatever. So for now, I'm not doing anything there. Bark busters, eventually, probably. I just didn't want to deal with it right now. These I've seen before. The first time you drop the bike, they're going to break. So when that happens, I'll go ahead and do the bark busters then. For now, I'm just leaving it the way it is. Also, the mirrors I think are great. They're really nice mirrors. I think I have the double take mirrors on the other Africa Twin and on my CB500X, which are great mirrors. But on this bike, the stock ones are really nice. I can see real well out of them, so those are going to stay. The foot pegs I'm going to leave also. I do have some pivot pegs, which are quite expensive at home, that I bought for the CB500X. I had them on the other Africa Twin, and I bought them for the CB500X, but I had to take them off because they're too wide. I couldn't get I was having trouble getting my boot under the shift lever. So I have those, and I think they're not made, you know, they sell them for specific bikes, and they sell a different one for my bike. This one would probably work except for the spring. The spring is different, so for now I'm going to leave these pegs, but eventually I may try the other ones and see if I can work out the springs somehow and rig something up. But the pegs are fine for now. Not, you know, those pivot pegs are pretty expensive, so not doing anything there. Also the pipe, I had a Akrapovic pipe on the other Africa Twin, a Scorpion on the CB500, all sorts of pipes. This pipe sounds good, so I'm just going to leave it stock like that. And that's let's see, that's about it. My fog lights and GPS are hooked up through something called a Thunderbox, if you've heard of that. It's great if you're, I'm not good with electrical and tapping into stuff. What the Thunderbox does is it hooks directly to your battery, but it senses when your motor's on or off, because of the higher, you know, voltage with the charging. So what it does, it really super easy to hook this stuff up. You just hook the Thunderbox to the battery, and then you can get one with 4 connections and one with 8 connections. I got just the 4, and basically you've got a negative side and a positive side, and whatever you're hooking in, you just push your wire in this little box, snap this little switch down, and that's it, you're done. It's so easy. And my wiring, by the way, the Africa Twin, your battery is in a really odd location, down in the mounted sideways down in the side of the bike there, and there's what they call a toolbox, a little plastic box there, which I'm not going to keep anything in. What I ended up doing is there's the bottom where the hinges are has some opening, so I put the wires from the Thunderbox in that box, and then we'll put all the wires from the fog lights and GPS into the box as well. So it's a little tricky getting the box screwed in and out, and I wanted to put a trickle charger wire in there, but it's just difficult to get any kind of wiring in there in any good way. So fortunately the lithium batteries don't need to be charged up as much as the other ones. It stayed pretty strong. I have multiple bikes, so I do need to use trickle chargers because I don't ride them all the time. But anyway, hope this gives you some information, useful information. I may put I'm going to the same Borrego Springs I always go, but I'm thinking about going somewhere I haven't been in a long time at the S2, so I may hook the camera up to my helmet and have a little footage there. We'll see. But anyway, hope this helps everybody out there with an Africa Twin or thinking of one. Until next time.